What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. Time for an update video as there is plenty to tell you guys. You join me in the model year 24 Volvo XC90 T8 Recharge. More about that later. Let's get started. So I was planning to start with the Volvo EM90, but there is even more exciting news because the first 5 Volvo EX30s have arrived over here in the Netherlands, which is pretty exciting of course. They shared some pictures already of it. Those 5 arrived at Volvo Cars at the National Sales Company, so these are for like viewing purposes, training, a bit of press maybe as well, so fingers crossed I also get one soon. But yeah, that's a nice little update on that. Now the first dealership cars are planned to arrive in January, I believe, or even a bit after Christmas, if we are lucky. So that is coming pretty soon. Exciting times ahead. Then we continue with another next generation Volvo car, the Volvo EM90, the minivan or MPV.
What's an MPV?
A multi-purpose van. So you can put many people in it and objects and things. Yeah, so that arrived or was revealed. Now the EM90 116 kilowatt-hour battery pack, they only come with a single motor on the rear wheels, 272 horsepower, 0 to 60 or 100 kilometers an hour in 8.6 seconds, so it's quite okay. It has 272 horsepower, so that kind of remembers me of the single motor from the C40 and XC40 long range or extended range, and also the standard range single motor. Probably the same one, I guess then. Now this EM90 is a typical Geely car. It is based on the Sustainable Experience architecture platform, which we see well throughout the entire Geely group now. Geely, owner of Volvo, Polestar, Lynk&Co, Zeekr, and so on. Hence you see a lot of synergy between the Zeekr 009 and the EM90. Basically it's a rebadge, and the front of the EM90 is a bit different. The rear as well, the tail lights a little bit, but over there you also see that it's pretty the same as the Zeekr 009. Now this ballroom gets a range of 738 kilometers. That's a lot. Of course there's a huge battery pack in it, but do note this is based on the Chinese test cycle, which is probably even less reliable than the WLTP one we have in Europe and even the EPA one you have in the US. So let's say 600-ish full electric kilometers in an EM90 would be achievable, 550 maybe. So yeah, it's kind of okay, but then again, big battery pack. Now there are also some cool party tricks on the EM90, thanks to Zeekr basically, but you know, okay. It has bi-directional charging, meaning that you can charge, and you're also thinking, what is that? But bi-directional charging meaning that you can also charge something else from the car. For example, if you see a Tesla running low on batteries, then you can use the EM90 to charge the car. But also, for example, if you go camping and you need a bit of electricity, you can also use the EM90 to charge your iPhone or use it as an outlet for your portable kitchen or I don't know what. That's pretty cool. Now the EM90 is a typical Chinese market, Asian market car because well, over there you see a lot of those MPV vans being used as taxi or like driver cars. For example, when I'm in like Singapore and Malaysia, I'm often in the Toyota Alphard, I believe. Not Alphard, but Alphard. And you also have the Lexus one and so yeah, so you see that there is a demand for luxury vans with people sitting in the back being driven around, and that's also that you see that the EM90 is very focused on the passengers. You have these luxurious captain chairs in the back with footstools. There's even a big 15-point-something inch screen in the ceiling of the car that folds out, that you have like the cinema vibe going on. So yeah, the EM90. I like the front, I gotta say, but other than that, this is just a really typical Geely car with rebadging or rebranding the Zeekr 009 to a Volvo. But you know, it's cool to see. It has a bit of Volvo design and whatnot. So yeah, okay, that's the EM90. Let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. But yeah, that's now off our plate. Tick in the box. Now, before we continue to the next topic, what should our viewers do?
Like and subscribe.
Subscribe and like as well, yeah. So a lot of you guys are watching these videos, which I appreciate big time, but also subscribe. You know, we are on our way to 10,000 subscribers, so please subscribe if you enjoy these Volvo, Polestar, Lynk&Co videos and want to stay up to date with it. subscribe, also hit the notification bell, then you get a notification when I post my regular video on Sunday 3 p.m. European time. Alright, then we continue to the next topic about my own Model Year 22 Volvo C40, and meanwhile it's pouring rain, typical fall day here in the Netherlands. But good news and bad news, I guess. There's one issue at the moment. You know what it is?
Dat het internetbeeld er niet begint.
Yeah. So basically we have two issues then. The first one is the LTE connection that is pretty poor. Now I am on OTA 2.12, over the air update 2.12, so up to date. But yeah, LTE is a bit poor. And also I was talking about the iPhone connection cable with CarPlay. So basically when I now connect my iPhone with my USB cable for Apple CarPlay, the car says like there's a poor connection and that I need to disconnect it because of risk of fire or overheating the phone of the battery and the system of the car.
Toen ik dat de eerste keer al dacht ik echt dat ik je auto had gesloten.
Ik ook. But yeah, so that's a bit vague. I tried different phones, different cables, still the same. So perhaps one of you has that as well on over-the-air update 2.12. Let me know in the comments. And otherwise maybe it's something with my car specifically. So I need to address that at the dealership. Which is a bummer because the C40 overall lately was being pretty okay. I gotta say that I was fast charging my car this week as well at Fastnet, and they solved the issue with the pin, they said, but then again I couldn't connect the DC charger as well, so that's maybe another issue that I'm thinking of now. Great car. So yeah, I also heard from some of you that Volvo has been reaching out to you about the vibrations on the steering wheel around 100 kilometers an hour, 62 miles an hour, that there's an issue now. So let me know if you have been contacted or maybe that you got the fix already. Let me know that as well in the comments. I'm quite curious to that. I still need to contact my local dealership about that. And then we can also address these other issues with the charging still, apparently, and the connectivity with the cable and the CarPlay. Oh yeah, there's also a nice update from Google. So on the Google Maps system, this XC90 also has it already. The colors has changed a bit on Google Maps and it looks way nicer, more clear. For example, the navigation line is a bit more bright blue and yeah, just looks very nice. Now then finally on my C40, the temperatures are dropping again. So that's also a bummer for the efficiency and then also range of the car. Now during the summer I averaged about 18.5 or 19 kilowatt hour per 100 kilometers, which I was pretty happy with. I have the twin recharge, so the dual motor, so of course that uses a bit more. But now cold temperatures, fall is hitting pretty hard now. The car is averaging again around 23 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers, so you really see a decrease in range, which is a bummer, but you know, it's a part of the EV life, I guess. Then finally you join me in the Model Year 24 Volvo XC90 T8 Recharge, a car that I have not tested that much on the channel yet. We are heading on a nice little road trip. I'll be making a road trip report about this fun trip as well, so stay tuned for that. In that video I will report a bit more on the electric range, driving and so on and so on. But maybe briefly, this is a bright spec T8 Recharge, Model Year 24, so that means we have the bigger battery, more electric range, 450 or 55 horsepower combined. So it's quite a powerhouse. As I said already, bright spec, so it's the one with the fancy chrome, pretty chic, platinum grey, rocking the 21 or 22 inch wheels, pretty nice. It does not have the tinted windows, which I gotta say, it's pretty nice, very bright in here, also thanks to this, well, fancy Napa leather ventilated seat upholstery in the very light spec, so it feels very spacious in here. Also pretty cool, this one has the Nubuck or Alcantara roof or headliner, and also the leather wrapped stuff over here. So for example, these handhelds, also the sun visors are wrapped in leather with the fancy stitching. So that's an option you do not see very often on these Volvo XC90s. I believe it's also like a couple of thousands of euros extra to get it. And yeah, it's cool to have and see, but I wouldn't also opt for that thing on my own XC90. But yeah, overall, very nice in here, right? What do you think?
Ja, het is gewoon heel ruim.
Yeah, it's very spacious in here, very bright. This car fits me well as well, size-wise.
Ik vind dat hout echt niet mooi.
Now the wood is a bit doubtful. I would say it's a bit of an old man spec. With all due respect, of course, take it easy. But yeah. So that being said, guys, more about the XC90 coming in some other videos on the channel. So make sure you subscribe if you like this car and want to know more about it. But yeah, plenty of talking. EX30 is in the country, Volvo EM90. Let's not talk about that anymore. And of course some Volvo C40 issues, which keeps you busy, but all in all I'm enjoying the C40 quite a lot lately, so that's a good thing. And yeah, XC90, stay tuned for more, as I said already. That being said, don't forget to
like
and subscribe, hit the notification bell as well. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. I'm very curious to what you think about the EM90, for example. And are you excited about the EX30? When is yours arriving? Maybe if you have one on order, let me know. Alright guys, but that's it for now. Thanks so much for watching. As always, like, subscribe, etc. And I see you next week in a brand new video. Have a great week. Bye bye. Echt, haal in of haal niet in? Ja, leuke auto hè? Zag haar kijken.
Wow, die was echt heel heftig.
Have you driven? Nee. Was je week. Alright, but anyway guys, as always, shut up.